Nick Felis at the helm. The Tyrone Golden Eagles just getting set to take the field. We'll bring you back for the opening kickoff of the first round of District 6 playoffs from Tyrone's Gravets Memorial Field. We'll do that right here on WTRN Classic Favorites, 96.9, 100.7 WTRN.
The family at Tyrone Ford would like to wish the Tyrone Golden Eagles a successful season. Like many of your families, they can't be there in person, but they are listening and they're with you every play. Tyrone Ford would also like to give a special thanks to all the parents who have spent many years taking their kids and their friends to practices, games, and events. It takes a community to raise a child, and Tyrone Ford is honored to be a part of the Tyrone family. Go, fight, win.
This is Nathan Varilla, your 1999 state championship football team captain. Winning a state championship, you have to do everything excellent. Excellence matters. That's why here at Varilla Real Estate, I've taken what I've learned on the football field and applied it to our business. Doing the little things, outworking your competition, being aggressive, doing the right thing when no one's looking. Varilla Real Estate is ready to help you in all your real estate needs. When it's 4th and 4 and you need a touchdown by selling your house, call Varilla Real Estate today.
When it comes to harvesting timber in Central PA, one name comes to mind, Justin Reeder. Justin Reeder is a well-established timber harvesting company based in Tyrone, specializing in quality timber harvesting, firewood, timber transport, and residential tree removal, serving Tyrone and surrounding areas. Justin Reeder strives to be the best and provides the best quality services at premium prices for each and every customer. Call Justin Reeder, 814-327-8515, and be sure to visit them on Facebook.
Classic Favorites on 96.9 and 100.7. This is WTRN Tyrone, Altoona.
Sitting in the driver's seat, your heart is complete. The best experience when you buy. It doesn't get better than this. You get the best warranty. More for your money. You know that you'd love to drive the car that you can buy from 5-star Mitsubishi Altoona. It doesn't get better than this.
The Richard H. Sear Funeral Home is proud to be a sponsor of local high school sports. They've been proudly serving the Tyrone area since 1854. Their compassionate staff of funeral directors will help your family celebrate the life of your loved one. They provide a variety of services, including traditional funerals and graveside ceremonies, basic and full-service cremation options, grief support, pre-planning, and more. Give them a call at 684-3216 or visit their website at SearFuneralHomeInc.com.
Have you heard the exciting news? Staff management at Vitro in Tipton has just increased their sign-on bonuses. The sign-on bonus for night shift is now $1,750. Wait, what, $1,750? Is that correct?
We're checking on that now, Steve. Yep, that's what it is.
Okay then. Plus a $400 sign-on bonus for returning employees and $250 bonus for days.
It also says they have a $50 weekly bonus for perfect attendance.
I see it. Just go to smjobs.com. That's smjobs.com and apply now or call 686-7050.
96.9 and 100.7 WTRN. Classic Favorites.
And as the temperatures drop, the Golden Eagles look to bring the heat against the Penn Cambria Panthers, and we're going to do that with the opening kickoff here just momentarily. We're awaiting the teams to take the field, and it looks like the Tyrone Golden Eagles are going to be kicking off. Penn Cambria won the toss and elected to receive. And so they're figuring their offense needs to get things in gear pretty quick rather than deferring and giving the football to the Golden Eagles. So we're going to see the defense for the Tyrone Golden Eagles on the field first as Keegan Gwynn goes out to boot it away for the Golden Eagles. They'll be taking it from the right to the left with Gwynn putting the tee on the 40 between the hashes. I'm excited to watch the Tyrone defense tonight against this offense.
Yep,
because they're going to see a good offense next week in Central if they're able to get past Penn Cambria tonight.
This will be a challenge tonight. And I'm making sure that there's no mistakes made on special teams to start this game because this special return is very good for Penn Cambria, Jim.
The whistle and the run-up. And it's booted along the ground, taken at the 17. Up the middle to the 20, 25, out to the 30. Brought out there by Nicholas Marinac, and he is tackled right at the 30-yard line. So the strategy for kicking the ball tonight will be keep it low, keep it on the ground, make them have to pick the ball up, not give them any run-up opportunities.
Right, Matthew Clifton on the tackle, and it looks like they're going to run a no-huddle offense tonight, Jim.
So Harold will be from the shotgun. Grove in the backfield. 4 receivers set. Harold calls for it. Brings a man in motion to the near side. Going to throw left. And it's a bubble screen out there. Down the left sideline. Knocked out of bounds. The pass caught out there by Brandon Storm. Does not get enough for a first down, but good yardage on that first pass, first completion for Harold to Storm.
Cortland Rhodes knocked him out of bounds there.
Gain of 7, 2nd and 3 from the 38. Harold has it. He's going to go to the air right away. Over on the far sideline, and that ball is dropped. An easy catch for Marinac. Wouldn't have had a first down, but it looked like he took his eyes off the ball looking for that first down marker, and the incompletion brings up 3rd and 3.
Catch first, run second. That time he ran second and caught it.
Golden Eagles looking for a 3 and out here. Right back to the line of scrimmage. Penn Cambria goes to the ground game, and that is not going to be enough for a first down as the run
Greystone offers 1 and 2
garners just about 1.5 yards for Zach Grove. It's going to bring up 4th down and about 1 yard.
Gampy, Hicks, and Clifford all in on the stop there.
Harold's going to go shotgun. Big play from your own 40. 4th and 1. Are they going to try and draw them? No. They give it to Grove, and he breaks free into the secondary. 50, 45, 40. Broke through the line of scrimmage and picks up big yardage on 4th and 1 into Tyrone territory. A gain of 20.
Clifford Buck saved a touchdown there. And, boy, those are such dangerous plays, you know, that everybody's uptight and just pop right through there on a quick hitter, and boom, he was gone.
Beck with the tackle, a touchdown saving tackle perhaps from the 41 of the Golden Eagles. Harold in shotgun formation. He's got a sidecar right. It is Zach Grove looking to throw once again to the sideline, and it is incomplete through the hands of the intended receiver, Brandon Storm. So Harold, just 2 completions out of his first 5 attempts so far.
And he's a 1-2-3 throw passer up to this point. He's trying to hit everything quick.
Difficult to get pressure on him with that kind of quick release. The incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 41. The man in motion is Sakalis, and they're going to pitch it to him on the right side. Beck was out there, set the edge. Good blocking out in front as Damon Grip and Dean Grassi were out there to make the tackle after a gain of 6. It's going to bring up 3rd and a short 4 from the 34 of the Golden Eagles. That was Marinac, not Sakalis. My apologies. They're going to give it to Grove. Tries to find an opening. Nothing there. Good job by Gamp. And who's getting up off the bottoms? Kyle Silva. No gain. It's going to bring up a 4th and 3 from the 34 of the Golden Eagles.
Fans come alive with chance of go defense.
The ball going from left to right near hash. Grove in the backfield alongside Harold as he looks, picks out a receiver and overthrows the intended target. The turnover on downs will give the football to the Golden Eagles. The intended receiver was Eberhardt. Coverage was there, so the defense does its job and gets the ball back for the offense. First possession of the game coming up for Brandon Lucas and the Tyrone Golden Eagles offense. 1st and 10 from their own 34. We are early, scoreless, 9:38 left to go, first quarter.
And only 3 rushing plays on that first possession there, so you can see that probably right there on that opening drive, it was 3-1 in favor of the pass.
Out of the eye. No, they're going to go power eye. Looking to go. Now they shift. Gwynn goes to the right side, and that's where they're going to run it with Tommy Hicks. Had some blocking to the outside, turns it inside, and picks up a couple of yards. So positive gain on 1st and 10. Give him 2. And make it 3. Bring up a 2nd and a short 7.
Jared Berkheimer, number 77, a senior, 5'11", you ready? 280 pounds in on the tackle there.
He carries it well.
There's some big boys up front there.
The ball between the hash, going from right to left. Clifton comes wide to the near side with grip in the slot. They're out of the eye. Hicks dots it. Lucas under center. They need 7 for a first down. They're going to give it to Hicks. Stutter steps at the 39, loses it. Did he turn the ball over or was he down? They're going to say his knee was down. The Golden Eagles will keep possession. I have to agree with that call. It looked like the knee was already down. The ground cannot cause the fumble.
That's absolutely correct, Jim.
Gain of a yard, 3rd and 6 from the 39. First big play of this drive for the Golden Eagles offense. Want to shift and try to switch the field position game if they can here as they go trips to the near side. Watch for grip. Lucas to the far side, and it's intercepted. It's intercepted, and it's going to go for a pick 6. The interception by Jake Sakalis stepped in front of the intended receiver. It was a little bit behind him, and it goes the other way. 55 yards on the pick 6 for the Penn Cambria Panthers. Now they're going to say he's out at the 7?
I think they said he stepped out of
My
bounds.
bad.
Yeah.
Apologies. I thought maybe he got there. They did not signal it. So it's going to be 1st and goal from the 7. So the Golden Eagles get a break on the interception.
And that was one of the few times this year that Brandon telegraphed that pass.
He did not take his eye off
He locked right
that
on,
receiver.
Right on.
Was that Rhodes over there? I believe it was.
I believe so, yes.
Yeah. All right, so they're on the left hash going from left to right. Beck in the backfield, and now they're going to go Wildcat as it is Marinac inside the 5. Not quite to the 4. Second and goal from just inside the Golden Eagles 5-yard line. First turnover of the game belongs to the Golden Eagles on the Brandon Lucas interception. Taken down to the 7 by Marinac. And they're looking to punch it in now for the first score of the game. Harold brings man in motion, looking to the post. Over the head of the intended receiver. Incomplete. Going to bring up 3rd and goal from the 5.
Clifford Beck on coverage for Tyrone.
A lot of pre-snap motion with this offense, Chuck. Does that cause problems for the Golden Eagles?
Yeah, it's always a problem because you never know who's going to come back, and then there's questions in the backfield. Do we check down? Do we check over? Who has the slant man and who has the out man if they cross underneath?
3 receivers to the right for Harold. 2 receivers left. They spread it out. And Harold keeps it, and he is going to be stopped. Gain of maybe half a yard. Not quite to the 4. It's going to bring up 4th and goal.
Let's see. It's Gamp, and once again, Matthew Clifton in on the stop. And somebody's down, it looks like, for Penn Cambria right now, Jim. So they're going to have an injury time out here.
Let's talk about some of our sponsors. In fact, I think I heard a new one added for this week. I think I heard Jeff Long Construction in there, so that was good to hear.
Yeah, and it was good to hear that he made contact, and the broadcast that we do is being appreciated by some of those people out there that can come on board as sponsors. We have 5-star Mitsubishi, staff management at Vitro, and Tavern 27 at Park Hills, which is always good to us on Thursday nights, our coaches show. 5-star Power Sports, which we all know teams up with Rural Real Estate for our Player of the Week, and we thank them. And we'll have many more
Here we go.
after this.
Okay. Both teams are back out there after the injured player was able to go off the field on his own power, but it is 4th and goal from the 4-yard line. They spread things out once again. Zach Grove is the sidecar right for Harold as he rolls right, looking. Is he going to go for the end zone? And he's in. He is in. Brandon Lucas tried to meet him at the goal line, and it was just too late. Penn Cambria Panthers are on the board with the first touchdown of the game. The extra point upcoming.
Yeah, that was. He's got a lot of speed, and he got outside of containment.
And so Brandon Lucas with the interception, committed on that first possession. He'll try to come out and right the wrong with their second possession here right after this extra point. Good penetration up front. The extra point is good. Let's keep an eye on that as the game progresses. So the 7-0 lead belongs to Penn Cambria with the football coming to the Golden Eagles. And one of the things that you have to at least recognize with Brandon Lucas is that throwing hand, it gets beat up on a regular basis, playing defense as well as offense. He may have a couple of digits that are not quite as healthy and strong as you would like, but I don't think that was a strength issue on that throw. It was an accuracy, and it was a bad decision to throw into that coverage because it was very tight over there at the midfield stripe.
Right. When you telegraph it like that, it gives that defensive back an extra second to break on the ball too, where he doesn't have to lay back and wait for that hitch and go even. So
it's a 7-yard touchdown drive.
Yep, 7 yards and a 4-yard run by Harold. Jim, I'm going to ask you early on, how do you, number 12, the kicker for the Penns Valley team. Well, how do you say
That's
that?
That's Sakalis.
Sakalis?
Uh-huh.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
T-S-I-K-A-L-A.
Yes, Sakalis. Greek, as I believe. Okay. I think it is a Greek origin, and I've seen that name and know that name from previous relationships.
Okay.
All right.
Oh,
you going to go with it?
Yeah, hey, I have to. I looked at that and I said, oh boy, am I going to butcher this? Tisakala. Thank you.
Clifton and Beck are back deep to receive. And it's a short kick at the 20, taken by Beck up over the 25 and tripped before he gets to the 30. Golden Eagles take over 1st and 10 from about their own 29-yard line, trailing 7-0, 6:58 left to go in the first quarter. The nose of the football is right at the 30. So let's see what the Golden Eagles can dial up here on offense, as they really didn't get a chance to get any sort of rhythm with that first possession. A couple of running plays with Tommy Hicks, and then the first passing attempt goes 43 yards the other way. They'll go I with Lucas under center, and they're pitching to Tommy Hicks following Ross Gamp. Breaks a tackle at the 35, out to the 37. Good positive yards by Tommy Hicks, who's showing no ill effects of that thigh bruise that he suffered in last week's game. Looks like he's got it loosened up, and he's ready to go.
Yep, he does. He was brought down by Nicholas Moranic. So pick up a 7, which was good. Gampy leading the way there. I don't know. I think I could run behind Gamp. He clears the way.
He does. He's a bulldozer. Johnson comes out, so Rhodes is going to check into the lineup as Grip comes wide to the near side with Rhodes in the slot. This time they give it to Gamp. Gets ahead for the first down.
Nice hard
Give him
run.
5 out to the 42.
And let's see, the Penn Cambria tackler there, number 2, Brandon Storm. He went in there low, and he come up holding his neck, so hopefully he'll be okay there. That's tough seeing somebody that big coming right at you, and you're the only one there to make the stop. I think that's Tyrone's initial first down.
It is, yep. Started at the 30. Pick up the first down with 12 yards so far on 3 plays out of the I. The near hash, and they're going to play action. Lucas throws to Grip. Breaks a tackle down the right sideline. Gets a first down. Nice connection between Brandon Lucas and Damon Grip into Penn Cambria territory at the Panthers' 47-yard line.
And Moranic pushes him out of bounds there, but not until he gets a nice amount of yardage and a first down.
And now they have some rhythm on offense going, Chuck.
Yep, it comes with 5 minutes and 42 seconds left in the first quarter. Tyrone trailing right now, 7-0.
They'll go I once again with Grip on the near side, at the near side hash as Cortland Rhodes goes in motion, and they give it to Hicks. Cuts it inside at the 45, down near the 40. Don't think he got quite to the 40, but it's at least a 4 or 5 yard gain for Tommy Hicks. Positive yardage. Give the offensive line credit. They're opening some holes on this running game.
Yep, Carter Smith. It looks like this is when the Tyrone line has to take over. See if they can wear that front of Penn Cambria down a little bit.
We have talked many times throughout the course of the 5-game season. This is week 6, of course, about the conditioning of the Golden Eagles. It's been a positive for them so far this year as Lucas looks to throw. He's going to set himself and go deep for Grip. It's a jump ball. Grip comes down with it. Did he make the catch? He did. Wow, Damon Grip showing you the athleticism that makes him the second leading receiver in Blair County. What a catch as he goes up over Zach Broad.
And Zach Broad stood up and just looked at him and shook his head and said, "Are you kidding me?" What a catch.
It's a 32-yard completion down to the Penn Cambria 10-yard line, so it will be first and goal from the 10 for the Golden Eagles.
Watch them come back to that because Cortland Rhodes was wide open in a post down the middle.
They're going to give it to Hicks, and he's going to stacked up. No gain. Second and goal from the 10.
That's going to be Carter Smith, initially in on a stop, joined by about 4 other Penn Cambria players. Let's give him about a 1-yard gain there.
Yeah, barely.
Yep. Second and goal.
Coming up on the 4-minute mark, left first quarter. Penn Cambria leading at 7-0. Golden Eagles knocking. Rhodes in the slot, Grip wide left. The pitch to Hicks. Has an opening, but it closes quickly. Brought down by the Penn Cambria tackler, and that is number 56. Did I see a 56 or a 76?
56 is Brock Sral.
Okay.
And again, Tommy looked like maybe if he had bounced that outside, but, we're up here, he's down there. He did pick up 3 on that.
Yeah, it's third and goal from the 6.
He's one of those cutback runners. You can see it's just instinct on Tommy's part to cut it back in.
Rhodes and Grip to the near side as they're going to look to throw. Lucas feeling pressure, throws to the end zone. It's intercepted. Intercepted. Another pick as the pick is by Brandon Storm. Lucas was under pressure. Storm undercut. I don't think he saw him, and it'll go out to the 20 on the turnover. The pick by Brandon Storm in the end zone thwarts a drive by the Golden Eagles.
Right. It's easy to second guess, but you bring the ball out to the 20-yard line.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 2 turnovers now for the Golden Eagles, and that was one thing we said in our pregame is, cut down mistakes and turnovers and penalties.
And now watch for Brandon Lucas on defense. Can't hold his head. He's got Sakalis in coverage, and they're going to go to the far side with a quick pass.
Cortland Rhodes and Matt Clifton in on the stop. It looks like it's number 2.
It's Brandon Storm who just made the interception, now makes the completion, picks up 9 out to the 29-yard line.
And that pass was actually completed behind the line of scrimmage. And he picked up 9 after he caught it.
4 receivers in formation. Back in the backfield. Man in motion is Mihalik. And the pickup is out to the 40-yard line with a flag on the 30-yard line. Let's see if it's a hold.
Yep, it's coming back. Number 72 for Penn Cambria was definitely holding.
That'll be our first penalty of the game at the 2:42 mark of the first quarter. That'll take them back to the 20-yard line and bring up a 2nd and 10. Maybe just inside the 20. They're talking to the Golden Eagles. They're going to obviously accept the penalty.
Absolutely. And that was one of those holds where he was actually he was behind the Tyrone defender, and he had 2 handfuls of jerseys, and they were stretched like
If it was a tearaway jersey, you're saying it probably would have torn away.
He would have been standing there holding 2 black pieces of cloth. It was obvious what he had done.
Harold with Grove in the backfield, 2 receivers to either side. Claps for it, has it. Looks to the near side. It's the screen inside. The pass is caught. And not much there for Marinac.
He's going to pick up about 6 or 7
He
yards.
is.
He broke a couple
pretty much all on his own.
Yeah.
His blocking was out here. He went against the grain.
Cut it straight back there. And a couple tackles were missed by Tyrone, which could have got him inside the 24-yard line. But it's going to bring up third about, Jim, 3?
3rd and 3.
3rd and 3.
From the 27, they need to get just beyond the 30-yard line. Harold with 3 receivers to the near side, single top side, the back in the backfield, and they're going to go to the ground game. Harold kept it. Put it in the bread basket and pulled it back out, but he's going to be shy of the first down marker by about a yard. And this is going to be a punting situation for Penn Cambria.
And this will give Tyrone an opportunity to change the field position for sure. They drove it all the way down to the 6-yard line before throwing up that second interception, so they still came up 0 with points on the board.
His teammates on the near sideline trying to lift the spirits of quarterback Brandon Lucas, which with his confidence level shouldn't take much. He's going to keep throwing. And the ball hits at the 45 of the Golden Eagles. There will be no return. 1st and 10 for the Golden Eagles at the 36-yard line for Tyrone. With 1:06 left to go first quarter, Tyrone trails it 7-0 thanks to a 7-yard touchdown drive on a short field after a Brandon Lucas interception. And so right now the Golden Eagles with decent field position will try and right the wrong of 2 first-quarter turnovers, Chuck.
Right. And this is one of those things they just got to regroup. Like you said, get their heads up and just keep driving. It's not like they're down by 2 or 3 touchdowns. It's only 7-0 with 1:06 left in the first quarter. So it's real early yet. And Tyrone had a nice drive going there. They just made a mistake. Just cut down on those mistakes.
Rhodes will come out of the huddle to the near sideline and grip top side with Clifton in the slot. Gamby will be just off the left hip. Brandon Lucas and Gamp runs high, flag thrown, and I think they may have caught a hold there against the Golden Eagles as Gamp picks up about 3.
It's going to be on Alex Weaver, number 60, threw it right at his feet. Let's see what they're going to call here.
Well, chop block.
Chop block.
So one player was engaged, another came in and took him out low. And so that will take it back inside the 25.
Should be about the 21-yard line.
Yeah.
Referee's signaling something here. He's blocking. He's just going to call a chop block again.
And the microphone, if there is one, is
they declined
not
Did they decline the penalty?
No, they're just going to mark it off now.
My goodness, there seems to be a lot of delay out there as to signals coming up here as to what they're going to be doing. Okay.
So the 15-yarder takes it back to the 21, brings up 1st and 20. Whew. The 25, they got to get to the 46, so 21 yards as the game clock is now rolling. We're under a minute left to go in the first. Lucas will call for it from the shotgun. 4-receiver formation, rolling right, has blocking, has time. Can run it if he wants. He will. And a pickup of perhaps 10, close to 10. So it's going to bring up 2nd and about 17 from the 29 of the Golden Eagles.
Zach Grove in on the stop for Penn Cambria.
So let me ask you this. You throw Lucas rolling right. He has 2 interceptions. How gun-shy is he about throwing that football right now?
I don't think he's gun shy. I think what he has to take into consideration is he's thrown against a very good secondary that is quick, and that's the end of the first quarter, Jim.
Yep, that is it. The clock will run out on the first 12 minutes. We'll be back with the second quarter from Gravettes Memorial Field, where Penn Cambria leads Tyrone by a score of 7-0. You're listening to Tyrone Golden Eagle football on 96.9, 100.7 FM. Classic favorites, WTRN.
Hi, this is Ashley Miller with Park Hills Golf Club and Tavern 27, inviting you to come and tour our beautiful facility for your future
Penn
events.
State 28,
we are currently
Indiana
booking
28
holiday
in
parties,
overtime.
indoor and outdoor 2021 weddings, and many other events.
Indiana
For more
tied the game
information
with the
on events
two-point
at Park
conversion
Hills
with
Golf
22
Club and
seconds
Tavern
remaining.
27, call me, Ashley, at 814-944-3313, extension 101.
The family at Tyrone Ford would like to wish the Tyrone Golden Eagles a successful season. Like many of your families, they can't be there in person, but they are listening and they're with you every play. Tyrone Ford would also like to give a special thanks to all the parents who have spent many years taking their kids and their friends to practices, games, and events. It takes a community to raise a child, and Tyrone Ford is honored to be a part of the Tyrone family. Go, fight, win.
96.9 and 100.7 WTRN. Classic favorites.
And we're back with the start of the second quarter, and I have an interesting story to tell you a little bit later on about Jake Sakalis.
Okay.
All right. As
I'm
the
still
Golden
working.
Eagles have 2nd and 17 from their own 29, straight drop. Lucas throws to the far side with Damon Grip. Going to stiff arm down the left sideline, and he's out of bounds, shy of the first down marker. They have him stepping out at the 43, so it's going to bring up 3rd and very, very manageable. Jake Sakalis, who intercepted that first Brandon Lucas pass, took it down to the 7, was John Franco's starting quarterback
Oh, was he?
3 years ago.
How about that?
Mm-hmm.
And I'd probably about 3 years from now, I'll still be working on how to say his last name. For all those Penn State fans out there, it's 28-28, and they're going into overtime.
Wow, okay. Stick here. We'll give you the updates. No need to leave the streaming or the radio broadcast. Lucas needs 3 to grip for the first down. Breaks a tackle and then slides inside Penn Cambria territory as he saw a big hit coming, but he makes the catch. That's the key. Gets the first down. So the Golden Eagles were 1st and 21, and they pick up the first down after the chop block took them back. And now they're running and rolling and moving on offense once again.
Right. His confidence is there. It's just that he's been hit a couple hard times here, and you can see it's affecting his throwing, and the zip is a little bit not quite where it used to be on the ball on his release, but that's due to, some hits he's suffered in the last couple games.
Lucas will give it to Hicks. They go back to the ground game. Churns through a tackle out to the 45-yard line of the Panthers. A gain of 4. It's going to bring up 2nd and 6 for Tyrone. Trailing 7-0, 11:22, and a moving clock left to go, second quarter. I'm Jim Gregory, Chuck Bannis alongside, and we're glad to be bringing you high school football, basically week 7. It is week 6 for the 5-0 Golden Eagles in the first round of the playoffs. They win tonight. They take on Central next weekend. But right now they've got their eyes set on trying to get on the scoreboard here for the first time tonight. They'll go I with Gamp and then Hicks. They're going to throw. Pressure, and there's just nothing there. Brandon Lucas is smothered at the 45. It's a loss of about 10. He turned and looked for Damon Grip, and because he was double covered, he had nowhere else to go.
No.
When it comes to your health, you deserve expert advice. You wouldn't trust a gas station for your flu shot, so why trust them to sell you CBD? At Community Pharmacy Tyrone, we proudly carry Amanda Professional, an exclusive line of professional-grade CBD products including tinctures, soft gels,
yeah, we're getting some commercial feedback. If Bob, you can take care of that for us, we appreciate
Not all
it.
hemp products are the same. Stop in and see our pharmacists at Community Pharmacy Tyrone. Trust your pharmacist for CBD guidance.
This is Nathan Varilla, your 1999 state championship
if we
football
could
team captain.
stop the
Winning
commercial
a state
break.
championship, you have to do everything excellent. Excellence matters. That's why here at Varilla Real Estate, I've taken what I've learned on the football field and applied it to our business.
We didn't
doing
send
the
it to a
little
commercial
things,
break during
outworking
the
your
quarter.
competition,
That's
being
my fault.
aggressive, doing the right thing when no one.
That's my fault. Yep. Forgot to send it back to the studio for the commercial break. My bad. Third and 15 from the 46 of the Golden Eagles. And a timeout on the field called by John Franco, as I'm sure he's viewing this drive as important. You're not sure how many more you're going to get here in the first half, as we can recognize some more of our sponsors, Chuck.
Right, absolutely. 5-star Power Sports, Surplus City, Home Helpers, Tyrone Ford, and how about Gardner's Candies here in Tyrone, the Wireless Zone, Varilla Real Estate, Premier Pest Control and Lawn Care, Tyrone Tire and Automotive, Justin Reeder Timber Harvesting, the Richard H. Sear Funeral Home, and Jeff Long Construction. Thank you so much for helping us bring you these Tyrone Golden Eagle football games.
All right, here we go. Golden Eagles are back at the line of scrimmage. Split between two backs in the backfield. Lucas is going to go down the far sideline. He's got grip wide open, and it's underthrown. Had him if he leads him. Coverage was there, and it's going to bring up 4th and 15.
Yep, 4th and 15. He had him beat, just underthrown a little bit. He just doesn't quite have that oomph on there. He's taped up a little bit too there, so.
So Gamp will come out to boot it away with Sakalis, and it is Storm back deep to receive. They'll retreat back to about their own 20-yard line. Gamp has a good leg. For a sophomore, he is a tremendous talent on the football field. Snap gets to him, and he kicks it high. Little wobbler. Taken at the 20 and a knee down. And Storm makes the catch at the 21. That's where the Panthers will take over. 1st and 10, 9:55 left to go in the second quarter. Penn Cambria leads it 7-0. Take away the turnovers, and Tyrone is probably on the board. However, Penn Cambria playing good defense. They've come up with the big plays, and so far the Golden Eagles just haven't been able to put together a scoring drive. So they find themselves down by a touchdown. Harold throws to the near side. That's Sakalis. And he is knocked out of bounds. Finally, Rhodes was there, and so was Lucas and Tommy Hicks. A pickup of 5.
And again, that's that quick screen, and they try to get outside real quick and get 5 or 6 yards. But Tyrone, was there to knock him out of bounds, but not until he picked up 4.
Zach Grove in the backfield with Harold putting a man in motion. That's Sakalis. They go play action. They set up another screen to the near side for Grove. He's got the 30, the 35, 40, and taken out of bounds near midfield. Let's see where they mark him out of bounds here on the near sideline at the Penn Cambria 47-yard line. They'll move the chains for the first down. 9:36 left to go. They are driving, leading 7-0.
They've got Tyrone on their heels right now, trying to figure out what's coming next at them. They have to kind of like get together, regroup here, and try to shut this down and get them to punt right now.
3 receivers top side, and Storm is the lone receiver to the near side. Grove in the backfield. Harold calls for it, gives the clap and the signal. Looking to throw deep. Feels pressure, and he's going to avoid the sack and turn a loss into a gain of 5. He's 6'3", 185 pounds, and so it's not like he's a wilting flower when it comes to running the football.
No, Clifford back in on the stop. Gained again, 4 yards, about 4.
It's going to bring up 2nd and 6. Inside Tyrone territory at the 49. 4 receivers set. Single back in the backfield for Harold. Sakalis in motion. They fake the jet sweep, and Harold's going to keep it. Can't get the corner, but he picks up 2 to about the 47. So it should bring up 3rd and about a long 4.
Tommy Hicks and Brandon Lucas in on the stop. And boy, Jim, the time of possession tonight so far in the first half has been all Penn Cambria.
It's a very telling statistic. If you hold on to the football, you can't score if you're on the other side. 3 receivers near side. The ball's on the far side hash. Single receiver top side. Grove in the backfield. Harold calls for it. Fakes it to Grove. Fakes the sideline pattern. Now he's feeling pressure. Silva chasing. Gamp chasing. Hicks has him down for a loss. A loss of 3 back to the 50.
And that was big. They contained him well. And actually got him for a nice loss on there. Good play by Tommy Hicks. That's probably going to force a punt here. And let's see if Tyrone can do something here on special teams.
Rhodes and Grip will go back deep to receive. Awaiting the punt. So Kalis is the man who will boot it away for the Panthers. Setting up with a return from the 20. Taken, but no, Rhodes is going to let it hit, but Grip will pick it up at the 10. Oh, can't get out of the hands of the tackler. Had him by the jersey. That was...
Was it number 4?
Not number 24.
It's Zach Grove.
Zach Grove, yep.
They gave
plays both ways, and he plays on special teams.
They gave us a program with a list of names that are all jumbled up, and the numbers are not in order, or they're not in alphabetical. So we're doing our best we can to scan down this list of names and find numbers.
7:25 left to go before the half. Stay tuned for our halftime activities. We'll have both bands here at the half, but we'll send it back to the studio for an update on scores around the area as the Golden Eagles come out I formation. Tight formation as they give it to Hicks. He's grabbed around the waist at about the 8-yard line. That's going to be a loss of perhaps a yard or 2.
And that was Zach Eckenrode, number 41, getting the shirt tail of Tommy and dragging him down.
Loss of a yard inside, just inside the 10-yard line.
In the early 2000s, Jim, Penn Cambria came down to Tyrone to play Tyrone in a playoff game. And at halftime, they were winning 21-7, and Tyrone had their hands full. And I'll tell you here in a second a couple interesting facts about that game.
Brandon Lucas breaks the huddle, brings the Golden Eagles to the line of scrimmage. 2 backs in the backfield. And they're going to go with the ground game again. And Hicks, is it Hicks or Gamp? Hit at it was Gamp.
Gamp.
That's an accomplishment, bringing that young man down at the line of scrimmage. I'm not even sure he got back to the line of scrimmage. They're going to mark it as another yard loss. 3rd and 12 as Penn Cambria's defense is just completely selling out on the run.
Zach Eckenrode, 2 plays in a row. He just came free on that play, too. But I was going to tell you that that evening, Penn Cambria's quarterback was a young singer by the name of
Josh Gallagher. That's funny. Passing situation for Brandon Lucas. Looking over the middle. Instead comes to Grip. Out at the 23-yard line. Retreats back to the 20, but it's going to be enough for a first down. And if you want to talk about maybe having a problem with the throwing hand, he looks strong on that one. He had to be, because that's a dangerous throw out to the far sideline.
He put the zip on that, and it was good he did, because number 12 there, of course, that's that Jake Sakalis was right there covering him. But to finalize that story, Tyrone came out in the second half and put 31 points on the board.
Wow.
Unanswered to win the game.
From the eye, near hash, they fake it. Lucas looking to throw. He's going to run it. He's got blocking with Hicks out in front. Looking at the first down marker, is going to come up a few yards short, but he does pick up positive yardage. Going to bring up 2nd and let's see where they mark him. Give him about 6. Call it 2nd and a long 4.
And boy, they're really putting some shirts on the Tyrone runners. That there was kind of a questionable one there. That second man looked like he might have been a little late No call, though, so they're right there on top of it.
I'll get Marinac and Sakalis figured out before the end of the night.
Okay.
I've been calling. I've gotten their names confused. One is 12 and the other's 13. Lucas under center. They go to Hicks. Sheds a tackle at the 26, out to the 30, maybe the 31. I don't know if it's enough for a first down or not. The mark is going to be very close.
I think they're going to give it to him.
No, I'm going to say he's short, but they want to measure perhaps?
They're going to measure.
Okay, they're going to bring the sticks in and take a look at it, so it's going to be either third and short, less than a yard, or they're going to give him the first down. Regardless, the Golden Eagles find themselves trailing 7-0 in the pregame. We talked about the number of points that we were looking forward to tonight, and so far it hasn't materialized.
Not so far. It's surprising because, like I said, they gave up 50-some points, I believe it was. First down, he did make it.
Wow.
They gave up 50 points to Bedford, but of course Bedford is a high-powered offense too. I was talking to John, and you know, Tyrone's a little beat up. And we won't go into that. Maybe after the game we might. We won't even
Probably
go after
won't do it then either.
No,
yeah.
You know, they're playing tough.
Tyrone toughness on display here tonight as the game clock is now rolling, coming up on the 4-minute mark, left to go in the second quarter. Lucas under center. He's going to roll, looking. Oh, he's got grip wide open at the 30, the 25, 20, 15, inside the 15, and brought down. A touchdown saving tackle made by Nick Marinac.
And that's that hitch and go, and boy, he put that right on the money. Nice pitch and catch between Lucas.
Initially, I was worried that he overthrew him.
Right.
And Grip closed in on the ball and made the catch. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Golden Eagles. They've been here before tonight. Let's see if they can punch it in.
4 minutes left in the first half. Tyrone trying to get on the board and tie it up here.
From the 12 of Penn, Cambria. Clifton's the single receiver right. They'll go I. They go back to the ground game. Hicks. Man, there's an opening there, and he's just a little slow to the hole.
Yep.
He's looking for the contact instead of the opening. Yep. He'll pick up 5.
That would have been the play to cut back because there was nothing inside there, and he kind of lowered his shoulder before he saw the cut and tried to run over the defender.
The ball just touching the 7-yard line. From the 7, 2nd and 5, from the I, they go to Hicks again. Oh, he's just looking to run people over. He got to the goal line. They're going to say his knee was down at about the 1.5. But it is enough for a first down. It'll be 1st and goal for the Golden Eagles.
And once again, Zach Eckenrode in on the stop.
Hicks is running with a much stronger purpose here on this drive.
Yep. And, you know, got to give a shout out there to number 74, Brody Rizzo.
Save on everything in the city, Surplus City. Surplus City has got it all, from metal to tarps, nuts and bolts, and all the paint you could possibly need.
Thank you.
Thank you.
1st and goal from just outside the 1. Officially, it is the 1. I formation. Will it be Gamp? Will it be Hicks? Is it Lucas?
I think he's in.
And he is. Touchdown, Tyrone Golden Eagles. Brandon Lucas on the quarterback sneak. It took a little extra effort, but he gets in and stands on his own 2 feet. The Meckley extra point separates them from a tie ball game with 2:50 left to go in the second quarter. So Markley will await the snap and the hold. And it's good. Kendall Markley, following up her 5-for-5 performance, player of the game week last week, ties it at 7. That's a big score for the Golden Eagles. To punch one in here in the second quarter before going to the halftime a little momentum.
Yep.
Don't forget, Tyrone gets the ball to start the second half.
It's huge. And, Jim, giving the plaque to Kendall, it was really, really kind of neat. She's such a good kid. And so all the players from Tyrone, yes, sir, no, sir, and she was just so great to talk to. And I enjoyed it because I was taller than
except for Nick. You weren't taller than
Except for Nate, yeah.
Nate, rather,
but
yes.
I mean, the other guys have been all over 6 foot tall, And it's like I'm standing there like, okay, let's see, how do I? This is Tyrone's right back in it now, and that was big because you don't want to have the other team have all the momentum going into, the half.
Storm and Marinac back deep to receive. Keegan Gwynn puts the ball on the tee. Now, when he opened the game, that's the last time we saw a kickoff. He booted it basically line drive style. And I'm going to say he's going to do it again here. Short kick. Little poocher at the 25. And the return there by Zach Broad. Out to about the 32-yard line.
Number 6 is Nathaniel Patterson, and number 15 is Michael Buck. Both of those young men in on the stop for the Golden Eagles.
Penn Cambria takes over 1st and 10 from their own 32-yard line.
Stay tuned for the 5-star Mitsubishi halftime show. We'll have first half stats and some scores from around the area. That's coming up on the 5-star Mitsubishi halftime show.
The ball's on the near side hash with trip receivers to his right. Harold looks to throw. Throws a little screen pass out here to the far side.
Dean Grassi. Nice play by Dean Grassi. Preventing that from becoming an even further gain. I think they gained about maybe 3, Jim.
Yeah, Zach Grove was on the receiving end. Just a gain of a couple. It's going to bring up second, and let's call it a long 7 from the 34. 2:10 and counting left to go before the half. Harold is going to go back to the ground game. That's Zach Grove. Tackled nicely there by Damon Grip. After a gain of about 5. It's going to bring up third and, let's call it just a long 1 as they go right back to the line of scrimmage. No huddle. Harold looking to the sideline for the play as they have plenty of time on the play clock. Now they're set. They go back to Grove on the ground. He's got the first down and more. He's being chased, finally brought down out at the 50-yard line. That'll stop the clock with 1:22 left. Penn Cambria has all 3 of its timeouts left. If they choose to use any of them, they'll set the ball and start the clock here as soon as the chains are in place.
Colton Miller on the stop for the Golden Eagles. Running clock, we're down to 1:15 seconds left in the first half.
Harold spreads the Tyrone defense.
Looks like some confusion.
Yeah, there sure is. Straight drop. Looking deep over the middle. Comes to the near side, far side rather, and the pass is complete at the 25-yard line and then knocked out of bounds to stop the clock. That catch made by Sakalis.
And he put a move on Brandon Lucas over there, was able to get an additional 5 yards after the catch before he was forced out of bounds. Tyrone's got to stiffen up here. They can't allow them to get
into Cambria is really, they are running a 2-minute offense, a true 2-minute offense here as Harold will now call for it. 3 receivers to the near side, and he's going to throw to the far side. Pass is complete. And then positive yards after the catch made by Brandon Storm.
Cortland Rhodes and Tommy Hicks. And Jim, all they're doing is hitting those quick, short, actually catching the ball in the backfield. Like
putting it in the hands of their playmakers and let them,
read the block, and if the corner moves in, they try to break it to the outside. Clock's down to 43.6 seconds for Penn.
Second and 3 from the 25 of the Golden Eagles. Harold, as the blitz finally comes, they get some pressure, and Matt Clifton gets him down after Tommy Hicks initially brought the heat. And now Penn Cambria will be forced to call a timeout. We had not seen an absolute blitz. They were just trying to bring normal pressure, and this time they sent Hicks and Clifton.
And to qualify when we said a little bit earlier on offense that Tommy likes to run over people, he blitzed. Usually you blitz through the A or the B gap. He ran head on into the tackle and stood that tackle right up and drove him back towards the quarterback, and then he got a hand on the quarterback. So he just loves running over people, I guess. But, yeah. So, Jim, it's going to be an interesting third down call here. Third down and a long 3 from the 24. I didn't get a chance to see, the pregame if they were kicking, if they had a place kicker that
I didn't
kick,
pay attention to that either. No. We were paying attention to Kendall Markley.
Yeah, Kendall was hitting them no problem.
Yeah.
Our press box is kind of full here, and a lot of traffic going in and out. So we apologize a little bit earlier between that first and second quarter. And somebody came into our part of the booth there. And
both teams are back out on the field now. Trips to the near side. That is Sakalis and Marinac. The back in the backfield is Zach Grove. Harold with a single receiver right. They fake it, and Clifton had him on the blitz and couldn't come up with the tackle. Is it incomplete? The pass is incomplete. Man, I don't know if Harold is that good at avoiding tackles, or are we just not breaking down and making a good hit?
He stepped up. He had the presence. It's like he could feel something coming, so he stepped up. And, Clifton was just reaching out, and when he stepped up, Matt lost
the target
coverage.
point lost. Yes. 4th and 3 from the 24. We're tied at 7, 27 and a half seconds left.
Big defensive play here for the Golden Eagles.
And a timeout is called by Coach John Franco. He wants to talk about the approach to trying to stop this Penn Cambria offense on a 4th and 3.
Stay tuned for the 5-Star Mitsubishi halftime show. We'll have first half stats and some scores from around the area. That's coming up on the 5-Star Mitsubishi halftime show, and I'm sure they'll update you on that Pitt Notre Dame game today. And of course, the last time we heard, and I'm sure it'll be on the 5-Star Mitsubishi halftime show, Indiana and Penn State were tied at 28-28 going into overtime. In case you're just joining us here, we have 27.5 seconds left in the first half, and the score is dead even at 7-7, with Penn Cambria facing a 4th down and 3 from the Tyrone 24. Jim?
Well, I was going to check and see if we saw the Penn State score. Have we seen that yet?
Last time I heard it was 28-28 going into overtime.
Indiana 36, Penn State 35, end of the game.
Wow, thank you.
And we just were informed 36-28. 36-35, I think he said. Indiana over Penn State.
Here we go. The man in motion, and they're going to keep it with Marinac pulling ahead, the first down and a whole lot more.
I think he's going to be inside the 10-yard line.
And did he get out of bounds? They'll stop the clock to move the chains for the first down. Penn Cambria still has 2 timeouts left. Good clock management here by the Panthers, as they're going to go Wildcat again. Marinac. No gain. Basically the same play.
Are you a caregiver who feels appreciated for all of your hard work?
Thank you.
I think it was a timeout.
Timeout called by Penn Cambria.
Did they gain anything on that?
I think they got a yard.
Just a half a yard?
Yeah, 2nd and goal from the 9.
9-yard line. Now that is Penn Cambria. They will have.
They have one more timeout left.
More timeout left.
So if they want to run a play, passing play, they got to go to the end zone. They still would have time for taking the timeout. Or if not, I guess they would be able to still call the timeout if they want to run a running play and kick a field goal.
The ball's on the right hash. Looking what they've been doing so far in the first half, don't be surprised if they don't come out, try to hit that short screen, flanker screen, and try to get him outside the corner over here, because that's what's been hurting Tyrone, is that quick flanker screen and his read. He's reading it so quick as to whether he cuts in or cuts out. And
this is what we saw last week, though, too.
Yep.
This is not foreign.
No. And maybe that's why Penn Cambria, who saw it also, was doing it. And they put both their wideouts down here. So look for that quick screen, and they're going up against Cortland Rhodes and
Sakalis, Morgan, Storm. They are all in passing formation. Zach Grove in the backfield. Harold looking over the defense as the officials are just setting the ball. We're ready to go. Okay. 2nd and goal from the 9. Marinac in motion. And do they keep him in bounds? Yes, they do.
No, they're going to mark him. He fell out. Looks like they're waving.
Yep.
Stopping the clock.
Okay, initially they kept the clock rolling down to 7.5 seconds left. A pickup of 2 to about the 7, maybe just inside the 7-yard line. So it's going to be 3rd and goal from the 7.
And Tommy Hicks and Brandon Lucas played that option perfectly. Hicks taking the option man, and Brandon Lucas came up and made the tackle.
Watch Garrett Harold from the quarterback position. Rolling. He cuts it back inside, and there's a flag thrown as he goes into the end zone, and there has to be a hold in there somewhere.
Number 72 tackled, absolutely tackled.
The flag was thrown emphatically on the pile.
He's coming off, too. The Tyrone kid that he tackled is coming off. 54. I mean, he was, Nick Lewis was actually tackled right in front of the official there, so that was an easy call.
That's a big penalty that benefits the Tyrone Golden Eagles.
And it benefits them, too, because they lost 10 seconds on the play. So there's now only 3.4 seconds left, so that one timeout that they have, Jim, is basically, not worth it now.
So it's going to be 3rd and goal from the 14, and I believe that Penn Cambria is going to want to talk about this, and they do use their final timeout.
Stay tuned for the 5-star Mitsubishi halftime show. We'll have first half stats and some scores from around the area. That's coming up on the 5-star Mitsubishi halftime show.
And when we got here, I'm going to change subjects on games here. There were a lot of people very disappointed in what they were watching with Penn State in that first half against Indiana.
Oh, yeah. No, I'll just be good.
Really?
I'll be good. Yeah. But the other thing is, we got to mention that the winner of this game will move on to play Central at Mansion Park next. They haven't set the game yet, Friday or Saturday, but it's usually.
I would think Saturday.
Saturday night.
Yeah.
I would think it would be for the District 6 championship for.
Well, you and I have been doing these games for 6 years.
6 years.
And we've not had a chance to call one of those.
Not yet.
That would be exciting.
Oh, that would be fun.
Yeah.
And they're fun to play in, coach in. It's just a great atmosphere.
That'll be the Triple Crown then for you. Play, coach, and
broadcast.
Yes,
yeah. Unless I get fired.
Anything's possible.
Dave, if you're listening, I'm only kidding.
3rd and goal from the 14. This should be the last play of the half. Big play for the Golden Eagle defense. Harold looks left, looks right, screen pass. And they will not get to the end zone. That'll do it. There's a flag here on the near sideline.
I hope it's not against Tyrone, because you can't end the half or the quarter on a defensive penalty. This is a big, big call here.
Holding against Penn Cambria.
So that'll nullify that, Jim.
And so the half will end with a little excitement, a little drama, but the Golden Eagles pull even at 7 as we head to the halftime show with Radio Rich. Thank you very much for getting us through this first half of football. We'll be listening intently to what you have to offer in terms of scores and updates around the area. And so we'll send it back to the studio. You are listening to Tyrone Golden Eagle football on 96.9, 100.7 FM. Classic favorites, WTRN.
I was in school, 2 buses just for the band and the people that weren't football players.
Because when I first year we had 2 buses. And the rest
now they all ride one bus, don't they? It goes on another.
by a Mark and Sacker JJB. That's it.
Oh, God. Everyone's at the park.
coming down the field, your Tyrone Golden Eagles. Senior citizens note of underlying health conditions.
Without any problems in the pregame. We watched her for a little bit, and she was booting him right down the middle there. So,
well, both teams are out on the field and in their circles to loosen back up after taking some instructions from their coaching staff. And when you think about what Coach Franco's message would have been, Chuck, having been in that locker room many, many times for his talks, is it any different of a talk when it's playoff time versus regular season time? Considering that this is a very different postseason, because it's not one and done right now. You lose, you could tack on a couple of games for a regular season to get 8 or 9, 10 games in for the regular season if you want.
Yeah. I think, to answer your question there, that second half, there's no mention in the locker room saying, this isn't the last game, so don't worry about it or anything like that. Right. I mean, they're playing here to get to the District 6 championship and to bring another District 6 championship to Tyrone. So that's key. And they're approaching this as, this is a game on Gray Field. Mm-hmm. This could be your last game on Gray Field. Mm-hmm. So you want to walk off this field as a winner. Mm. And, that will go a long ways. And I'm sure they went over a couple things, some missed tackling, a couple turnovers here and there, some things that they have to shore up a little bit and play every play like, and I'm sure this is exactly what he told them before they came through the door, play every play like it's the last play for the state championship at the end of the year. And if they do that, they're going to be good. But yes, I think that's how they're going to be looking at this, and it's like a brand new game now. And it's
certainly been a season where you have to kind of have that thought in the back of your mind that this game could be your last game, because you just never know when virus raises its head and ends your season too.
You don't. I mean, you could be sitting there at 10 o'clock this morning and waiting for a phone call saying, mm-hmm. is both teams okay, and is this game going to happen tonight, or what's going to happen? Look what happened here this past Friday.
Hollidaysburg canceled yesterday at 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Right. And then you had Southern Huntington, who was undefeated. They had to, cancel, forfeit. Mm-hmm. And Bishop McCourt forfeited. And it's just a shame, because your heart goes out to the kids. They don't. Usually you get to play on the field and give it 100% rather than sit at home and wait for a phone call saying, we're done. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But I see from what I heard, some of those teams have already picked up games that they're going to continue to play. And for those that don't know how the PIAA is doing it, if you get bumped out of the playoffs, and this is what everybody's been talking about, Bellwood and Tyrone playing, if both of those teams would get bumped out of the playoffs, next week Bellwood has a stiff game competitor in Richland mm-hmm. that they're going to have to play. But if both are knocked out of the game, they can play each other again and set it up. You're allowed to have 10 games in, so this would be Tyrone's 6th game. Mm-hmm. And, if they win this game, Central would be 7. So they still could play 3 games, and I'm sure one of them would be Bellwood, and then they could decide, like, okay, that's enough. We're going to
Something tells me they're not going to try to reschedule with Clearfield.
No, I heard that. I was coming back from, one of my daughters who lives up in Clearfield County. I was listening to the Clearfield St. Mary's game, and their announcers were saying that, if Clearfield would get knocked out of that St. Mary's game and not, win, they would probably go back and start with the first 2 games of the year that were canceled, and Tyrone was their 2nd game. And I don't see that happening, Jim. Correct. Yeah, that's not going to happen.
All right, we're set to get things underway here. Hope you're enjoying the live streaming of the game on Eagle Eye Television, I guess you could call it. And we're bringing you the broadcast on Classic Favorites, WTRN, so we're simulcasting as the Eagles will get possession of the ball to start this second half. Awaiting the kickoff, it's Clifton and Beck. And it'll go on a line drive to the chest of Matt Clifton, up over the 20, 25, stutters at the 30, 35, and tripped up at the 32, out to the 34. Good return by Matt Clifton.
And he was tripped up by number 10, Brandon Feaster.
Good field position for the Golden Eagles, who find themselves tied in this first round District 6 playoff game. Central awaits. Scarlet Dragons look awfully good.
And now we'll see what adjustments have been made by both Penn Cambria and Tyrone at halftime.
Clifton and Grip to the near side as they line the ball up between the hashes, going from left to right here at Gray Vets Memorial. It's 1st and 10 from the 39. Back to the running game. They really tried to establish that with Tommy Hicks in the first half, and they get it going here in the second half. Give him 10, maybe 11, just shy of the midfield stripe.
And let's give Dylan Brower from Tyrone, number 53. Nice blocking up front there to open up the hole for Tommy. He drove his man 5 yards downfield, and Tommy was able to get right around him.
Out of the eye. Lucas has it. Back to Hicks. Lowers his shoulder, gets a couple, maybe as many as 3.
Carter Smith in on a stop for Penn Cambria.
Did Coach Franco challenge his offensive line to say, we're counting on you, we're going to establish the running game here in this second half? And what does that challenge do to the mindset of an offensive line?
Oh, it gets them together, and it gets them to say, hey, it's this is our game. This is us. It's on us.
Mm-hmm. Second and a short 8.
Tell you a story about that in a minute.
And a whistle, pre-snap flag. I believe it's going to be a procedure against the Golden Eagles. Their first pre-snap penalty of the game. That used to be a regular occurrence a couple of years ago.
Oh.
It just does not happen very often anymore.
No. And it's funny because you mentioned about the line. On last week, the game, when it was close, and it was close the whole way, in the halftime, I was told by some of the players and also some of the coaches that Brandon Lucas got up and said, I have never won a game here, the last game, on senior night. I'm not going home until we win this game. If it takes all night, we're going to stay here and win this game. So, that leadership comes through.
2nd and 13, they fake it. Lucas keeps it. And he just kind of got tripped up just by the shoelaces and was able to get ahead back to the original line of scrimmage after that 5-yard penalty. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 10. They need to get to the 40 of Penn Cambria.
And number 41, who was the one who was one of his hands in there to help trip him up, he came up kind of like limping a little bit there. That's Eckenrode.
You've called his name a few times tonight, Coach.
He's been flying. He's been flying from his linebacker spot.
Big play, 3rd and 10. They've gone to Grip when they needed a big play. He's in the slot to the near side. Looks for Grip over the middle. He's got him wide open, and it's intercepted. Intended for Tommy Hicks, intercepted at the 40-yard line, and a 5-yard return. I believe that might be the 2nd interception of the game for Brandon Storm, the 3rd of the game for Brandon Lucas.
And John Franco is either landing a helicopter or he told Tommy Hicks he ran the wrong route. And it looked
There is
like
a flag down, Coach, over on the far side.
That's going to be against.
This is a big call.
It's against Tyrone. Yeah, I think Lucas was waiting for Hicks to come across the field, and Tommy started across the field, and then he throttled down in the middle there, and Lucas's throw was leading him across the field, and it was right there to the Penn Cambria player. So that's what caused Coach Franco to come off.
Sometimes the interceptions bring attention to the quarterback, but sometimes it's not the quarterback's fault.
Correct.
First and 10 from the 46 of the Panthers. Harold gives to Grove, and he's dropped for a loss.
Matt Clifton.
He shot that gap, coach, and just brought him down for a loss of 4.
He came right through the C gap and met the runner just as he was trying to get ready to bounce out outside. And he had some room out there too, Jim. So that was a big play by Matt Clifton.
Second and 14. Harold brings a blocker back to join him in the backfield. Looking to throw. It's tipped at the line of scrimmage and intercepted.
Number 2.
Corey Beck.
Clifford
Beck.
Clifford Beck. Intercept. Are they calling that incomplete pass?
No, they're not.
Yes, they are. Oh, my.
Whoa. I mean,
from up here.
Obviously, we don't have the benefit of replay, but nobody seems to be arguing the call. So it's 3rd and 14 from the 42. Harold brings his offense right back to the line of scrimmage. Rolls right. Gamp in his face. Clifton lays the lumber from behind. Chased him down from the far side. Man, Clifton just never quits.
No. And the front on the Tyrone defense as well as her linebackers, you can tell this first series here, they're playing inspired. So they must have had a discussion, and lighting the fire has taken place here in the 3rd period.
Coach Franco here on the near sideline talking to his quarterback. That defensive stand right there was, listen, our offense has got to get things going, but until they do, we've got to do the job for this team tonight. Oh, it's a low punt. Takes a Penn Cambria bounce. Cortland Rhodes just falls on it at about the 24. There was no opportunity to really try and come up on that low of a line drive punt to make a play on it, so he did the best he could.
He saved it from going a little bit further back.
He
that
did.
Ball could have rolled back to inside the 20.
First and 10 from the 24, second possession of this quarter for the Golden Eagles. 3 interceptions for Brandon Lucas tonight. The last one does not turn into points for Penn Cambria. So let's see if the Golden Eagles can mount a scoring drive with this possession. This would be a big one. 8:14 left to go. 3rd quarter, we're tied at 7. First round action, District 6 playoffs. From the eye, they give it to Hicks. He's got the left side, 12 yards, maybe 13, out to about the 37-yard line. Let's see if they mark him down shy. They're going to say 35 is all he got, but it's enough for a first down. So give him 11.
And once again, number 41, that's Zach Eckenrod in on the tackle. Boy, you said it a couple minutes ago. His name's been called a lot tonight. He's just all over the field.
You know, this running game is setting up passing opportunities. Yep. We're just not taking advantage of them.
And little mistakes will be big in the passing game. You run a route short. You know,
we're running deep patterns too.
Right.
We're not setting up anything short. As Hicks gets the call once again, and he's stacked up at the line of scrimmage for no gain. 2nd and 10 from the 35.
And once again, is that 41 again getting up off of the bottom? Is that Eckenrod? Yes, it is.
Looks like it is.
Eckenrod again, in on the stop. Actually, no, that's number 11 there.
That was.
He finally turned around the whole way. That was.
Go ahead.
Garrett Harold. Did I get it?
You got it right.
All right.
That's Harold Garrett's brother.
Okay. I thought so. They look a lot alike, too.
2nd and 10 from the 35 as we're just getting to about the 7-minute mark left 3rd quarter. Throwing. Lucas
nice
to Keegan Gwynn, and the big guy lowers the shoulder.
First down.
Good hands by the Golden Eagles tight end.
And Jim, let's give credit to the number 3, Brandon Grip, because he came running a post, and he took the corner and the safety. So the inside linebacker had to drop back and come down over here to make the stop. And that turned out into a nice play. Tyrone has got things going. They're getting a good rhythm. You can feel the rhythm starting to take effect here of the offense.
Lucas will call it from under center. Hicks gets the call, stutters. Tried to avoid a tackle.
Carter Smith, number 32. And we have a Penn Cambria player. Looks like he's down right now. So, Jim, let's take a minute and thank our sponsors that are so good to us and help bring Tyrone Golden Eagle football to all of our listening people from not just northern Blair County, but actually
there's some folks listening in Spring Cove, out in Martinsburg, in the Cove area tonight.
And Bellwood and out in the state of California. The Wilsons are listening to all of our games out there. And last week at the guys from Fort Drum. That was kind of cool when they called. But it's due to sponsors like this that make it all possible. 5-star Mitsubishi, Staff Management at Vitro, Tavern 27 at Park Hills, 5-star Power Sports, Surplus City, and Jim, we're ready to go.
2nd and 8 from the 48. Lucas hits Grip at the 50, avoids a tackle. Gets the left sideline, knocked out of bounds. Enough for a first down. Yards after the catch for Damon Grip are his calling card.
And that was Nicholas Marinac who pushed him out of bounds. And he has a strong, very strong stiff arm.
I have to tell you, my heart's in my throat tonight with Brandon throwing right now. I know. You got to be a little nervous for him.
Yep.
I'm sure he's trying to fight through the confidence that it takes to be able to throw the football, and he certainly did on that play. So that throw will get him some confidence back. Let's see what they can do here on 1st and 10 from the Penn Cambria 43-yard line. Hicks. They're trying to tackle the football now and maybe rip it out as he runs for 5. Yeah, give him 3. Make it 3 to the 40.
And Garrett Harold in on a stop. You're joining us. It is in the 3rd quarter with 5 minutes and 40 seconds remaining on a running clock. And we're tied. Tyrone Golden Eagles 7 and Penn Cambria 7.
Grip comes to the near side of the field. That is the wide side for Brandon Lucas from the eye. And they're going to go with a little reverse to Matt Clifton. Blockers out in front, but he's brought back.
That's a horse collar.
He's tackled from behind, and Matt Clifton gets up saying, hey, I got tackled from behind by the collar, and the flag is thrown.
Oh, my, that was so obvious. I looked at the referee waiting for a flag, and he was just standing there. I thought, oh, you couldn't have missed that.
Oh, they're talking about it.
Oh, that was a horse collar. There's no question about that.
They're not going to pick this up, are they?
No, they're gonna mark it off.
Yep. Personal foul.
Horse collar.
Tackled by the back of the collar, 15 yards. So what was a loss on a basically end-around play from Matt Clifton turns into a gain. And the Penn Cambria coaching staff, Coach Felix, is beside himself.
He was 5 yards out on the field, and if he doesn't be careful, he's going to catch an unsportsmanlike call. He is. Now he's in front of the official screaming at him. Oh, my goodness. He's still giving it to him over there. Okay.
1st and 10 from the Penn Cambria 30-yard line. Here come the Golden Eagles. The ball set between the hashes. Clifton wide left, Grip wide right from the eye. They're going to give it to Hicks.
Outside. Oh.
And he's tackled from behind. The Eckenrode is just busting through there, and he's basically being unstopped by the offensive line.
He's coming right through the C gap most of the time and causing his damage.
And maybe a gain of a yard. Give him a yard, 2nd and 9 from the 29. 4:38 left in the 3rd quarter. We're tied at 7. That play had big play written all over it.
Oh, yeah. If he had another step or two, he could have popped that outside, and he'd still be running, Jim.
They're going to the post. Oh, and there's got to be a flag on that one, but instead Damon Grip says, you can't hold me. I'm going to the end zone for the touchdown.
29 yards, perfectly thrown ball, beautiful route.
The defender grabbed him by the jersey and held him, and he still was able to break free and make the catch for the touchdown. Wow, what a big play. And Brandon Lucas just says, I'm going to keep throwing the football. I don't care about interceptions.
And Tyrone now with missed reliability coming on. Kendall Markley to kick that extra point. This is an important kick here for Kendall.
She didn't get it. She didn't get it.
It
missed.
That one.
It missed left.
Yeah, it went wide.
There was some timing There was some timing just a little off on that one. Whew.
That's a big one. Now we're going to stay exciting now the rest of the way, I'm sure. Kick failed.
The timing was just a fraction of a second off.
Yeah, we're trying to. We do it all here at WTR. We announce, we keep the stats, we write down how many yards. This is good. This is good. This is a good game. 13-7. And we have some additional sponsors there that we want to make sure we mention. Surplus City, Home Helpers, Tyrone Ford, Gardner's Candies, The Wireless Zone, Varilla Real Estate, Premier Pest Control and Lawn Care, Tyrone Tire and Automotive, Justin Reeder Timber Harvesting, the Richard H. Sear Funeral Home, and as Jim mentioned to me tonight that we got a new sponsor, Jeff Long Construction, contacted the station. So we appreciate that. And glad you're enjoying Tyrone Golden Eagle football. So thank you so much. And we're having some Tom Fink from Phoenix, Arizona is watching the broadcast, and he's enjoying it. And George Grip just made me remember that we called Damon Brandon, which is his brother. So we'll make sure we get that right.
Gwynn kicks it away. Taken by Marinac at the 15, up over the 20, 25, 30 to about the 35, maybe the 36. Grassi was on the bottom of that one.
Yep, Dean Grassi on the tackle.
4:07 left to go, third quarter. Both teams full complements of timeouts, but Tyrone has its first lead of the game with a missed extra point, hopefully not going to come back into play. Golden Eagles, they need to come up with a turnover of their own here on defense. Looking for a big play from this defense tonight. And they'll give it to Zach Grove in the backfield. Forges ahead for 3. Give him the 38.
And there's a whole.
Grassi's on the bottom. No, Silva's on the bottom.
Silva's on the bottom. And Matt Clifton again. And
Grove is slow to get up.
He's holding his knee. He's still down on the ground there.
So they'll call the injury timeout. The Golden Eagles will come to the near side and discuss this next 2nd and 7 play upcoming for the Penn Cambria Panthers.
This is going to be a big defensive key series for Tyrone because you don't want to allow them to come down. You have momentum. You gave it a little bit away when the kick went wide, but you want to shut them down, not let them get on the board.
Are you able to speak to the arrangement that allows upcoming opponents to come in and scout in terms of being able to attend the game, considering virus circumstances?
I'm not sure how that's handled, but I am positive that they would give the coaching staff at least probably 2 tickets. If I would think that would be pretty well universal. And that would count towards the tickets because they would do that before they release the tickets to the general public. Look, he's still on that horse collar. The Penn Cambria coach is out there. He wasn't even in the huddle. He's still grabbing the back of his shirt and pulling at it. So we'll see. You just joined us. We have 3 minutes and 51 seconds left in the third quarter of action, and the Tyrone Golden Eagles have just taken the lead over Penn Cambria by the score of 13-7. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast.
29-yard pass, Brandon Lucas to Damon Grip. That's the difference maker so far. Harold calls for it. They go play action. He's feeling pressure, avoids it, come up to the 40, to the 45, and then hit inside inside Penn Cambria territory, and then a flag comes flying in before the tackle. I'm wondering if there may have been a hold by the blocker out in front. Yeah. Wow. That is.
Oh, my.
Whew, you thought Coach Felix was mad before.
Oh, he just had a little bit of heat turned up. He's throwing his hat up and down now. He's not a happy camper. I think since that horse collar, he's walked 2.5 miles over there.
And Penn Cambria's fans are letting the referees have it. We can hear them from the far side.
Yeah.
So the 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul will take it back inside the Penn Cambria 40-yard line to the 38. And it's going to bring up 2nd and about 7 for the Panthers.
And you got to give the officiating crew credit. I mean, no matter what they call, half the people are going to be really upset.
Harold signals for it. They're pressuring. They're bringing good pressure now. But he avoids it and is tackled shy of the first down. A sure tackle over there by
Number
Beck.
22. Clifford Beck, great open field tackle.
He really starched him over there.
Saved the first down, too. It's going to bring up a big 3rd and 3 at the 42 for Penn Cambria. You know, he's really quick. We said if he got outside containment, and he's definitely quick.
Hicks showing blitz, backs out of it, and then there's a flag. Did he draw a penalty?
I believe.
Did we get a motion from Penn Cambria? We did prior to the snap, the flag, and the 5-yard penalty.
It looked like number 71 kind of shuddered. When Hicks came, he shuddered just enough to move. That's big now. That makes it from 3rd and 3. Now it's 3rd and 8. Moved the ball back to the 37-yard line of Penn Cambria.
Obvious passing situation now for Penn Cambria. They've got 4 receivers in formation. Harold sees blitz. They back out of it. Here comes Clifton. Gets his hands on him and brings him down. Matt Clifton beat double cover. A double team to get to the quarterback.
And look at Clifton. He looks like he's on a pogo stick out there. Yes, he fired out. He actually just ran around one and swam over the other one and got the pressure. Got him for a loss of about 4 more yards. And it's going to be 4th and 11. And it's going to cause them to punt the ball. And let's make sure this
Marinac will be back in punt formation. Clifton comes out. Grip, Beck, await the punt.
Come up and get it. There
Grip from the 35. Oh, a block in the back.
That's a clip.
Yeah, there was a block in the back.
That was number 4.
And John Franco's letting them have it.
I mean, it wasn't even close. John's almost in his helmet. He's giving him a definite teaching session here.
Johnson, he knows what he's supposed to do.
Yeah.
If you see the number, don't block it.
Right.
He really tried to get inside that shoulder. It was close.
It was close.
He's pleading his case.
Yeah, but the flags came from everywhere. There was like 3 flags all flying. And Coach Franco is giving him a very good description of what the front of the shoulder is and what the back of the shoulder is.
I'm not sure if they called it a block in the back or a blindside block. Either way, the Golden Eagles have possession of the football. It's a 15-yarder. Yeah, it's a blindside block.
Defenseless player.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 1st and 10 for Tyrone from the 26. Leading at 13-7. Big possession for the Golden Eagles here.
1 minute, 47 seconds left in the 3rd quarter.
Let's see if they can capitalize here on this one.
Another touchdown would be great to make up for that missed extra point there.
Tight formation from the eye. They're going to go power running game. They're going to fake it to Hicks. Lucas going to keep it. tried to split two defenders. He had Gwynn open on the near sideline here. There was some decent coverage. I think he just figured the best thing to do was, let's just make something positive out of this. I'll get 3 or 4 yards and we'll live to play another down.
And we want ball control here, so we want to make sure we take time off the clock as well as get first down. So that was good not to throw an incompletion and stop the clock. Even though it's still early, we're down to about 1:15 in the third quarter.
The ball touching the 29 of the Golden Eagles. Clifton wide left, Grip in the slot left. From the near hash, they give it to Hicks. Running hard out to the 35, near a first down. It'll be about 1.5 yards short, but good strong running by Tommy Hicks.
It's going to bring up a 3rd and about 2. They're going to mark it on about the 34-yard line, so 3rd and 2. Big play for Tyrone offensively here to keep this ball moving.
I'm going with Hicks again. Every carry he's picked up positive yards. Let's see if he can lean the pile forward for 2 here in a first down and keep this drive alive. And this could likely, barring an incompletion, be the last play of the third quarter. Split backs in the backfield. Lucas is going to keep it. Follows his blockers. He's got the first down. He's spun down at the 45.
Number 41, Eckenrode, again came all the way across the field to spin him down. First down, Tyrone Golden Eagles. And, Jim, that should be the last
they
play.
moved the sticks, and let's see if they'll just let that run out.
Yeah, they're going to let it run.
So we're going to go to the fourth quarter with Tyrone leading Penn Cambria 13-7 in this first round District 6 playoff game with Central waiting in the wings. You're listening to Tyrone Golden Eagle football on 96.9, 100.7 FM. Classic favorites, WTRN.
Hi, this is Ashley Miller with Park Hills Golf Club and Tavern 27, inviting you to come and tour our beautiful facility for your future events. We are currently booking holiday parties, indoor and outdoor 2021 weddings, and many other events. For more information on events at Park Hills Golf Club and Tavern 27, call me, Ashley, at 814-944-3313, extension 101.
The family at Tyrone Ford would like to wish the Tyrone Golden Eagles a successful season. Like many of your families, they can't be there in person, but they are listening and they're with you every play. Tyrone Ford would also like to give a special thanks to all the parents who have spent many years taking their kids and their friends to practices, games, and events. It takes a community to raise a child, and Tyrone Ford is honored to be a part of the Tyrone family. Go, fight, win.
96.9 and 100.7 WTRN. Classic favorites.
And here we go. Brandon Lucas with the snap. And he is going to be stopped for a loss of a couple. As soon as you brought it back to us, the Golden Eagles were snapping the football, and on the first play of the fourth quarter, Golden Eagles will suffer a 2-yard loss.
Garrett Harold, first one in on the stop.
Second and 12 from the 43. And I want to bring you an update on a good faithful listener here when we get a second, all right?
Okay, sounds great.
Faithful listener to all of us. From the eye, Grip. Near side, they're going to look for him. Cuts it back, and it's intended for Keegan Gwynn cutting across the field. It's incomplete. And there seems to be some confusion on who was the intended receiver there, because Grip was going to go deep and then cut it off and came back to his quarterback, and Lucas just didn't see him.
He was open.
He was.
He was open at about the 42-yard line. Would have been enough for a first down, so now it's going to be, 3rd and 12.
So the summer of about 6 years ago, I got a call from a friend that said, Jim, would you be interested in doing the Tyrone Golden Eagle football games? And then a few weeks later, I saw you at the golf course and said, would you be interested in doing them with me? And without that gentleman asking me that question, you and I wouldn't be here right now doing those games, and I know he's home listening. Thanks, Harry Sickler, for listening and making this all possible for us. We appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. Lucas is going to go deep. He's got Grip wide open at the 20. Spins at the 20, out at the 15-yard line. They just don't have an answer for big number 3, Damon Grip. What a big play connection that is from Brandon Lucas.
And I'm not sure if Penn Cambria is going to have to call a timeout or not, but number 20, Zach Board's going to have to put both his shoes back on, maybe his pants.
The top side, the ball's on the near side hash. Lucas has it. Has some time, pressured, and overthrows Damon Grip.
Matthew Clifton wide open in the middle, but he can't throw late over the middle. That stops the clock, and it's going to force Tyrone to punt the ball back to Penn Cambria with 3 minutes and 8 seconds left in the game. Cardiac Kids play for the third week in a row. 3 timeouts left for Penn Cambria and 2 timeouts for Tyrone.
5-yard loss by Matt Clifton as Zach Grove, number 24, just can't handle number 41, Matt Clifton.
And an immediate timeout called by Penn Cambria with 2 minutes and 7 seconds left in the game. Stay tuned after the game for the announcement of the 5-star Power Sports and Varilla Real Estate Player of the Game.
Are you starting to get an idea who my player of the game is, buddy?
Not yet.
Not yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
5-star Power Sports is proud to recognize the efforts of our outstanding area athletes. The 5-star Power Sports and Varilla Real Estate Player of the Game coming up right after tonight's game. It's going to be difficult again. It's tough.
I have no doubt.
You have no doubt?
I have no doubt. It's a no-doubter for me.
And some of our other sponsors we'd like to say thank you to are 5-star Mitsubishi, of course, Staff Management at Vitro, Tavern 27 in Park Hills, 5-star Power Sports, Surplus City, Home Helpers, Tyrone Ford, Gardner's Candies, Wireless Zone, Varilla Real Estate, Premier Pest Control and Lawn Care, Tyrone Tire and Automotive, Justin Reeder Timber Harvesting, the Richard H. Sear Funeral Home, and Jeff Long Construction.
3rd and 11 from the 49 of Penn Cambria. This has all the makings of a big play one way or the other. Will it be Penn Cambria? Will it be Tyrone? Golden Eagles show blitz, back out of it. Harrell looking to the sideline. Calls for the snap. Hicks is at the line, backs out of the blitz. Here comes Gamp. Gamp's got him around the waist. The Golden Eagles bring him down for another sack and another loss. Ross Gamp, just a man-child pushing through the block and coming up with the sack for the Golden Eagles.
And give credit, too, to number 74, Brody Rizzo. They made a peanut butter and jelly sandwich out of the quarterback for Penn Cambria. 4th down. Here's the game, Jim.
Here it is, 4th and 12 from the 48. The pressure's coming. They back out. They still get pressure. Kyle Silva's there. Gamp brings him down. The game is going to end right there. The Golden Eagles come up with another sack, and now there's a flag.
That's going to go against Tyrone, and if they take that from the line of scrimmage,
what are they calling?
They're going to call unsportsmanlike against Tyrone.
But it's still Tyrone football, so they're saying it was after the whistle.
So the 15 yards. Thank goodness, because Kyle Silver bent over and just screamed in the face of the tackled quarterback.
I did not see that.
Do that.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah,
Kyle.
Coach Franco's not going to be happy with that. Oh, my goodness. That could have been really bad. No, they're marking it off 15 yards. But Tyrone is going to be saved with 2 yards to spare. 2 yards. That would have been a first down going the other way.
Golden Eagle football. 1 minute, 26 seconds left. 1st and 10 from their own 43. Tyrone calls timeout.
Yep. And Coach Franco is going out into the huddle. And he's probably looking for somebody. And he's too big to hide. Oh, my goodness. 1:26 to go. 20-14 Tyrone. Take a knee 3 times, and it's over and on to Mansion Park for the Tyrone Golden Eagles. Stay tuned after the game for the announcement of the 5-Star Power Sports and Varilla Real Estate Player of the Game. 5-Star Power Sports is proud to recognize the efforts of our outstanding area athletes. The 5-Star Power Sports and Varilla Real Estate Player of the Game coming up right after tonight's game. Well, Jim, this has been another exciting game.
I'll say. Just checking for messages on folks that may have lost the internet feed, but they're still listening to us on, thank goodness, on WTRN.
WTRN,
Mm-hmm.
right. Okay, there's the whistle. Tyrone will come out now.
No victory formation per se. Hicks with the ball. Breaks out of a tackle. And now another flag, and they're going to try and keep things under control here because there's some extra stuff, just pushing and shoving and maybe some words, and now another flag comes out, and they're giving it to the officials.
Oh, this could get out of control here. Now they're going to discuss it. They're trying to rip the ball out of Tommy Hicks's grasp, and Tommy went down, and then they actually grabbed the ball with Tommy holding onto it and pulled him over, completely over in a circle, and then two other people came down and tried to rip the ball. And now, I don't know what.
All right, here's the call. Personal foul against Tyrone. Dead ball.
Offsetting penalty.
Second down.
Second down. Now it'll take about a minute to pick up all the flags that are on the field. My goodness. Cooler heads have to prevail here.
And who's calling the timeout? Penn Cambria. It'll be their last one of the game. And we're kind of seeing an extension of the players' actions out on the field, losing their cool.
Right. Both players.
As an extension from the sideline, if you will. And frustration is definitely rearing its ugly head at the moment. And the officials are going to try to do their best to keep things to a slow, low boil.
Now there's the scoreboard still shows one timeout for Penn Cambria. They did.
It was one before that.
Okay,
so that should be their last one.
We'll find out after this play. Second down. Both teams, Penn Cambria is still over there at their bench. Remember our sponsors, 5-Star Mitsubishi, Staff Management at Vitro, Tavern 27 at Park Hills, 5-Star Power Sports, Surplus City, Home Helpers, Tyrone Ford, Gardner's Candies, Wireless Zone, and Jim, both teams are ready to go.
Split backs in the backfield on either hip of quarterback Brandon Lucas. Damon Grip is wide to the right. Keegan Gwynn lined up as tight end on the right side, and Lucas is going to keep it. And he gets ahead over the 45.
And they're going to burn their last time out. They did. They had messed it up there.
Okay, because it was one, and they okay, all right. So that would be the final timeout for Penn Cambria. Minute 15 left to go in the game. 3rd and 9 from the 46.
Now we've got another problem. That was second down. It should only be third down, right? They're marking the sideline judge has it fourth down.
They're going to change it.
Third down. There we go.
There we go.
One minute, 15 seconds left. Penn Cambria with no timeouts left.
So without a first down, Penn Cambria will get the ball back probably about the 30-second mark. Run a play, well, right about the 30-second mark would be my guess. they can put all questions to bed right here by just getting the first down. They need 8 for a first down. Tight formation, awaiting for the ball to be set, and here we go. Lucas under center, I formation, Gamp with Hicks behind him, dotting the I. And they're going to throw for it. And Lucas is going to keep it. He's got blocking out in front. He could go. He's at the 30, the 25, the 20, the 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Brandon Lucas, 46 yards. Flags come in on the far side.
It was a hold against Tyrone. It's coming back.
Oh, you ruined a good touchdown call.
I know. I was listening to it. I couldn't say, oh, no, but I saw it. It was a good call. Even though it was in front of the Penn Cambria bench there.
It's close to enough for a first down, even with the penalty coming back.
10 yards. To take it back to the 48, it would make it 4th and 1.
A minute 1 left in the ball game. It's shy. It's going to be about a yard shy of a first down.
4th and 1. With a minute, 1 second left in the game, a 4th. No, they get the down over. So it's going to still be 3rd down. And that took time off the clock.
Yes, it did. Thank you.
So that is a beneficial part of that for Tyrone.
3rd and 2 from the 49 at Penn Cambria. Take a touchdown off the board with a holding penalty. And a timeout called by John Franco.
So interesting. And again, for some of our sponsors with Gardner's Candies,
that'll be their last.
Wireless Zone, Varilla Real Estate. We want to thank Nathan Varilla from Varilla Real Estate for co-sponsoring our Player of the Week every week and presenting a nice little basket of things for the Player of the Week, which we award every Thursday before practice. Premier Pest Control and Lawn Care, Tyrone Tire and Automotive, Justin Reeder, Timber Harvesting, the Richard H. Sear Funeral Home, and Jeff Long Construction. We thank you all so much for your support of Tyrone Golden Eagle football. Well, we have witnessed another very good game.
Got to tell you, it's been a while since I was in a press box at Mansion Park.
Yeah. I did a Lesser Lumber Classic game there a couple of years ago on the radio from Mansion Park. It's nice. And it's been a while since we've had heat on in the press box. That kind of feels good on the feet, you know. Okay, 3rd down. First down, it's over.
Both teams are out of timeouts. Both are at the line of scrimmage, and here we go.
Watch and see if they can get him on a long count here to jump offside.
Oh, Hicks moved. Hicks moved.
And that's what they tried to do, and that's why John called timeout to tell him no one move. We're going to go on a long count. And that just wasn't quite disciplined enough. Now it's going to.
Now it's 3rd and 7.
Now it's 3rd and 7.
My goodness.
Oh, mistakes galore, but hopefully it doesn't hurt them. And I don't think there's any way they want to put this ball.
The focus just hasn't quite been there the way it has been the first 5 weeks, I got to tell you.
They don't want to put this ball in the air either. Want to keep that clock rolling.
3rd and 7. Lucas being chased. Being tripped up from behind. Eckenrode. Got him by the bottom of the ankle. I mean, he just barely threw his paw out there and just tripped him enough. Otherwise, I think he has enough for the first down.
And I'm not sure why they stopped the clock.
Clock needs to be rolling, and why are they not rolling it?
They should have rolled the clock. The game clock has been continuing. They should start the game clock. They ran off 12 seconds on a dead clock. The game clock's down to 7.
Away.
It's down to 7 seconds now. 5.
High punt.
Get down there.
Hits at the 25, spins away. And there were at least 10 seconds, maybe longer, that the officials did not roll the clock.
I have no idea why that whistle was blown and the clock was stopped on a running play.
Who's keeping the clock on the field? John Franco was out talking to the officials.
He's livid.
And they're telling him to get on the sideline. All right, 22 seconds left. 1st and 10 from the 22. Keep everything in front of you.
TAC, tackle after catch.
Harold with pressure. Clifton has him. Gamp has him. There's a holding penalty.
They're going to call a horse collar on Matthew Clifton.
Are you sure?
He reached out and had him, and I bet you
the flag came in from the front, though.
No, good. They're going to call holding. Boy, did you see the jersey?
Where the flag came from, they couldn't have seen a tackle from behind if that's what it was. So I was confident that it was going to be a holding call. But they rushed 3, got pressure with a sack.
Matthew Clifton was right there on his back, yeah. And I'm glad he didn't get caught. It looked like he had him on the shoulder, the shirt in the front, not the horse collar. I was afraid they were going to call that on him, so that would have been terrible.
And it is 1st and 23 from the 10. Harold from the goal line throws downfield, and the pass is caught out there by Brandon Storm. Not enough for a first down. They have 7 seconds to go, 75 yards.
And Matthew Clifton again putting the pressure on and hit Harold as soon as he threw the pass.
From the 22. This should be the last play of the game. And there's a procedure penalty now called against Penn Cambria as Tyrone was showing that they weren't going to just sit back.
Yeah, Tommy Hicks lined up at the 39-yard line and started his blitz from the 39-yard line. He was down at about the 24-yard line when they called the penalty.
2nd and 15 now from the 17. A miracle is all that keeps Tyrone from advancing to the championship game next week against Central. Harold over the middle, incomplete. They live to play another down. Stops the clock with 3.2 seconds left. Watch for any sort of hook and laterals here.
Yeah. Yep, definitely. Or a halfback. Well, they're not going to do a halfback pass with 3 seconds, but a hook and ladder or something like that.
Just multilaterals.
Mm-hmm.
Multilaterals a la the Dolphins against the Patriots 2 seasons ago. That was a miracle touchdown. That's the only thing.
That's how Central beat Clearfield this year, with a hook and ladder.
Harold over the middle, caught.
That's going to do it.
And that's going to do it. And the Tyrone Golden Eagles are advancing to the District 6 championship game with a 20-14 victory over Penn Cambria tonight at Gravettes Memorial Field. Congratulations to the Tyrone Golden Eagles. We'll see you next week. All right, let's take time out and send it back, and we'll bring you back and tell you who the player of the game is, run down the scoring, and talk about next week. 20-14 your final. You're listening to Tyrone Golden Eagle football on 96.9, 100.7 FM. Classic favorites, WTRN.
When it comes to your health, you deserve expert advice. You wouldn't trust a gas station for your flu shot, so why trust them to sell you CBD? At Community Pharmacy Tyrone, we proudly carry Ananda Professional, an exclusive line of professional grade CBD products including tinctures, soft gels,